love y'all? I am Claw, and we are here with another card review for you guys of Journey to Ungro expansion. Now to get into detail, these are the cards that came out March 31st on the Twitch stream, and since there was so many, there was about 60. I divided it up into two. So I'm having Druid, Hunter, Mage, Priest, Paladin, and Rogue and Shaman in one part, and then I'm gonna have and there's also a lot of neutrals, so I'm gonna have all the neutrals and Warrior and Warlock in another, I believe. And also, I forgot a card last episode. Oop, there goes my phone. I forgot a card last episode, so I'm going to cover that in part 2 with all the other neutrals. It was like 4 different elementals in one monster. I mean, it wasn't that name, it was just that's what the art looked like. I did forget the name of it though. But let's not dabble any longer, and let's get right into the card review. Our first card, as always, is going to go alphabetically from Druid to Shaman. Is a common, 2 mana, 2/2, Tortolan Forager, Battlecry. Add a random minion with 5 or more attack to your hand. So, you play this card, and I'm guessing it doesn't have to be in your deck in order for you to get it. It's just a really random minion, and it doesn't tell you what the mana cost is, so that's you're just gonna have to get lucky. RNG. Alright, and then our next card is 3 mana 5/1 Elder Longneck Common, Battlecry. If you're holding a minion with 5 or more attack, adapt. So this goes along with the Tortolan Forager. Forager. So on turn 5, you can play Tortolan Forager for 2 mana, then play this card. If you're holding a minion with 5 or more attack. So you could also get this card with or from Tortolan Forager, so you could possibly get 2. So that'd be good. Or if you're running 2 Elder Longnecks in your deck and you happen to get both in your hand, you could still play this by itself and not have to worry about having Tortolan Forager. Alright, our next card, I believe. Ooh, is the... No, it's not. This is not it. It's a 1 mana cost, Earthen Scales, rare. Give a friendly minion +1/+1, then gain armor equal to its attack. So I feel like this is this Hunter? No, this gotta be Druid. Yeah, it's Druid. Okay, just making sure. It just looked kind of red for some reason. I'm pretty sure this is Druid, because Druid does with a lot of animals. Yeah, not okay. But it seems like more of a warrior card, but give a minion +1/+1, so you could possibly get 5 armor, or it depends on what the minion's original attack is, but just up that by 1, and then you get armor. And it seems pretty like a basic card. Our next card is a 4 mana cost, 3/3, Shellshifter, rare. Choose one. Transform into a 5/3 with stealth, or a 3/5 with taunt. So you have two options, unless you... I don't know if it's getting cycled out. That card, it's a legendary. Your choose one effects get both. So I wonder how that would work. Transform into a 5/3 with stealth. So would you be a 5/3 with... I mean, you obviously get stealth and taunt. But would you get 5/3 or would you get 3/5? Or would you be 8/8? That would be cool. I don't know. We'd have to play more into it. So yeah, that's all about that card. Let's see, we have our epic is next. So we have a Druid, 7 mana cost, 5/3, Giant Anaconda, and it's an epic. Death Rattle, summon a minion from your hand with 5 or more attack. So it still goes along with Tortolan Forager. So I'm pretty sure if you play common or Elder Longneck, Tortolan Forager, and Giant Anaconda, those all synergize with each other, or I would at least imagine. I mean, if you have one of those, you're gonna have the other 2 or something. If you have this card, you're gonna have the other 2. If you have Tortolan Forager, you're gonna have the other 2. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, so let's now go on to Hunter. I believe it is this card. Hunter. 1 mana cost, 1/1. Jeweled Macaw. I feel like I've already... No, I haven't. I'm not going over this. It's a common, Battlecry. Add a random beast to your hand. So, first turn, play this card, get a beast. That's all there really is to it. I mean, I don't think there's that much strategy for this card. Alright, the next card is another common Hunter, 2 mana cost. It's a spell, Grievous Bite. Deal 2 damage to a minion and 1 damage to adjacent ones. So, I just see it as damage. Whenever I look at a card, I just look at the basic of what it really is. I mean, I don't try to go into detail or I try not to, of what it could actually do. So, yeah, if you have playing against Paladin, they have, never mind. Just forget me. Just forget what I said. Alright, so now we have another spell, 1 mana cost, Stampede. Each time you play a beast this turn, add a random beast to your hand. So, if you're, I'm pretty sure it's Druid, or not Druid, I'm pretty sure it's Hunter. Yeah, it's Hunter that has the 1 mana cost, or 1 mana cost, play so many 1 cost minions, and, Jeweled Macaw helps with that. And so, like, especially in late game, if you don't have it already, which you probably should by turn 10, with 10 mana, you could play Jeweled Macaw, or play this first, and then play Jeweled Macaw. Then you get, actually get 2, yeah, you get 2, beasts, and then there's so many other 1 mana cost, Hunter minions, so you can just play those if they're in your deck. That easy. Our next card. Did I say this was epic or rare? I'm pretty sure I said this was epic. Nope. Nope. Okay. This is another spell. 2 mana cost. Dinomancy. Your hero power becomes give a beast +2/+2. So I think it's for the rest of the game, or maybe it's for the whole turn, or for the rest of your turn, or for the whole game. But if it's for the rest of the game, I figured you could just play one of them, and then hopefully you draw it soon enough, and you can give beast +2/+2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's for the rest of the game, or then it would say your hero power for this turn, or for this turn your hero power becomes blah blah blah. So yeah, that's all the Hunter cards, I believe. Now on to Mage, or Mage. We only have 1 common. 2 mana cost, 2/1. Shimmering Tempest, Death Rattle, or Shimmering Tempest common, Death Rattle. Add a random mage spell to your hand, and it's an elemental. See, in my last video, I was getting a little bit perturbed because some of those minions looked elemental, but they weren't, and it was making me mad. But this one's elemental, and it makes me happy. A random mage spell to your hand. So you get Fireball, you could get Greater Arcane Missiles, Arcane Missiles. There's so many options for mage and spells for mage, and most of those spells are really good. You just have to get hopefully you get lucky and get the right ones. So let's go on to the rare. I think this is the first one. Yeah. Okay, 4 mana cost spell, Molten Reflection. Choose a friendly minion, summon a copy of it. I forgot what card that was. Okay, its effect, if a spell is played on another minion, like cast the same spell on that. And it was during the Twitch stream of Disguised Toast doing it, and it summoned 5, or like you start with 2, and then in the end he had 5 minions, or 5 of those minions, and it was really cool. I thought that was interesting. So you could get 2 mana worms, you could get 2 red mana worms, you could get 2 of anything you're playing in your deck. I mean, yeah. Oh wait, that's not the. Okay. Our next rare is a 4 mana cost 5/4, Steam Surger. Battlecry. If you played an elemental last turn, add a Flame Geyser to your hand. So, another elemental, and another, if you played an elemental last turn, mechanic. So, I'm pretty sure Firefly was neutral, so you could possibly play that in your deck, but I feel like you would more play that in the Hunter deck for the quest. Out of all the other classes, because it's an easy quest. I mean, how hard it's not really that hard to do. If you played an elemental, yeah, that's about it. On to the epics. Let's see. We have our first one is Primordial Glyph. 2 mana cost. Discover spell, reduce its cost by 2. This was also another one by Disguised Toast. I won't get into too much detail, but discover spell, So it's just you could discover any spell. So it could possibly be this, and you could just, and if you had a mana worm, it would its attack would go up, and you could just spamming that, or if you're that lucky enough, you could just keep spamming that. So that'd be really funny. But not for the other person. That'd be kind of annoying. And then our next card is a 6 mana cost Meteor. It's a rare or epic. It's an epic. Deal 15 damage to a minion and 3 damage to adjacent ones. Now 15 damage is a lot, and most of the time there aren't very many 15. I don't think I've ever seen a 15 health minion like by itself without it getting buffs and everything. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I mean, if you really want to get rid of a minion, and this is the only card or only a damage you have, I guess just play it, and you get, unless they don't have any minions next to it, then it's kind of a waste, and they only have 1 health or 6 health or something. I would probably use it if it was like a 10 health card, but I don't really, maybe there will be a lot of 15 damage, or 15 health minions in Journey to Young Girl. Now we can finally go on to the Mage Quest. 1 mana cost, as all the quests are, as I realize that. Open the Waygate. Quest, cast 6 spells that didn't start in your deck. Reward, Time Warp. What's a Time Warp? I'll just tell you in a second. So, that didn't start in your deck. So, it's not just your hand, you know how you get a starting hand in your deck. So, I'm guessing you're going to have to use a lot of primordial glyphs in order to get different kinds of spells that you didn't have before. But this quest seems a little bit more difficult than some of the others. What was the Paladin quest? Oh, cast a certain amount of spells on your minions. I think it was 5 or 6, and that's not too hard. That's easier than this. But Time Warp, 5 mana cost, take an extra turn. So you get an extra turn. That's all. I mean, it's not as good as the other, like some of the other tokens or other rewards, but you do get an extra turn. I'm pretty sure that's never been seen in Hearthstone before, so that's really cool. I don't know if I'd play this quest a lot because I don't. Right now I'm only available. Right now I only have 53, and by April 5th I should have 55 because I'm doing all the login rewards and all the tavern brawls that give you free Journey to Young Girl packs. So I don't think I would play this. I think it's kind of trash. Onto Paladin. How many commons do? Oh, we only have 1 common. All right, 1 mana cost spell adaptation. Adapt a friendly minion. So it's just a free adapt. It's just a free adapt or adaptation. So out of the 9 choices, you can just adapt any kind of minion you want. All right. So then we have our rare, or 1 rare. Oh, I didn't get the quest. Have I gone over the Paladin quest already? I guess so. Why did I get Barnabas then? I feel like I haven't. Oh well. Paladin quest is just cast 5, I think, spells on your minions, and that's it. Alright. Oh, and then you get Barnabas, which I don't think I have. Barnabas the Stomper, 5 mana cost, 8/8. Battlecry, reduce the cost of your minions in your deck to 0, and that's really good. That's better than Mage Quest, I would think so. But I went out of order. No. Okay. So 7 mana, or this is a Paladin. 7 mana Vine Cleaver. 7 mana 4/3. It's a weapon, Vine Cleaver. And its effect, after you attack, summon 2 1/1 Silver Hand recruits. And that also goes with my last review, that 1 card that let you adapt your Silver Hand recruits. So that would really help. You could just, oh, but this is really late game too. Or unless you play it on turn 6 and then next turn adapt Silver Hand recruits or something like that. I don't know. And then rare epic. Alright, we have 1 more card. This card I think is really good. 2 mana cost, 1/2. Primal Fin Champion Epic. Death Rattle, return any spells you cast on this minion to your hand. Too bad it's only in Paladin. I wish it was a neutral, because then it would be broken. It would literally be broken. Like, everybody would, who wouldn't be playing this card? You could just, this card is so good. Return any spells you cast on this minion to your hand whenever it dies. So you can keep buffing it up and then you get those spells again. This would also really help, this really helps with the Paladin quest, with the spells on your minions. And it really would help, oh no, not the Nature Quest, but this card is just really good. I like it. Alright, I think this is our next card. Alright, 1 mana cost, spell, Binding Heal Common. Restore 5 health to a minion and your hero. Okay, I can see it played. Maybe 1, maybe 2. Probably 1, at least 1. If you were to play it. So, 2 mana cost, 2/3, Radiant Elemental, and it's actually an elemental. Would you look at that? It's a common. Your spells cost 1 less. So that's I would say that's good. It's like the mage minion. Your spells cost 1 less, or reduce the spells in your hand by 1 or something like that. I don't know. All right, next card. That is. Oh, that's not right. Priest rare. Oh, I missed it. All right, 8 mana cost, free from amber, rare. Discover a minion that costs 8 or more. Summon it. So you just get 3 instead of you normally summon a minion for 8 mana. You get to pick from 3 minions, and hopefully they're good enough. And I also wonder, do any of the tokens cost, like the quest tokens or rewards, do any of them cost 8? Because then you could potentially get those. I don't know. But this is pretty much just an 8 for an 8 mana minion, so I think it's pretty fair. Or 8 or more, so that's even better. You could get Sea Giant, I think that's what it is. I just went totally past the more, so that's really good. That makes it even better, really. And then our next card is the last card. It's the Priest Legendary. 5 mana cost, 3/5. Lyra the Sun Shard, or Lyra the Sun Shard. Whenever you cast a spell, add a random priest spell to your hand, and the art for this looks beast. And it's an elemental, and the golden version of this will probably look even more epic, or more legendary. But you practically just get to cast a spell, and it doesn't even have to be on him, and you get a random priest spell to your hand, any free priest spell for you, and you get. I just think that's good. And then our second to last is Rogue. 1 mana cost, spell, Hallucination. Discover a card from your opponent's class. So it's kind of like Swashbuckler, but it just goes straight to your hand, and you don't get 3 choices. Like Discover, I'm pretty sure gives you 3 choices. So I think that's a little bit better than Swashbuckler, but you don't get a minion. So I guess that kind of counteracts it from Discover instead of get 2, or I'm pretty sure it's just 1 for Swashbuckler. Our next card is 2 mana cost, 2/2, Razor Petal Lasher. It's a common battle cry. Add a Razor Petal to your hand. Add a Razor Petal to your hand that deals 1 damage. I don't have the token for it. I'm sorry. These are really the first time I'm looking at these cards, because I just want to give you guys my first honest opinion. And so I don't really read the effects whenever I get them. I go to Hearthstone, I think that's what the site is called, and just get all the cards that came out that day, and I try not to read them so that I can give you my input as soon as I see it. So yeah. So I don't know if it's a 0 mana cost or a 1 mana cost. It should not be more than 1 mana, but it'd be awesome if it was 0. Our next card. Our next card is a 2 mana cost, spell, Razor Petal Volley. Common. Add 2 Razor Petals to your hand that deal 1 damage. So this is kind of like the minion, except you don't get a minion on the field, but you also get 2 Razor Petals to your hand that I still don't know how much they cost. But yeah. And then I already went over Hallucination. The Rogue Rare Weapon. 4 mana cost, 3 attack, 3 armor, or whatever. Obsidian Shard, rare. Costs 1 less for each card you've played from another class. So you got Swashbuckler. You could use Swashbuckler. You could use Hallucination, and this would if you use at least 2 Swashbucklers and at least 2 Hallucinations, and you use both of those, all 4 of those cards. This card costs 0, and it's a free weapon. So that's for the whole game. It's not just for that turn. So I'd say that's pretty good. And nope, we have 2 more cards for Rogue. Then we can move on to Shaman. All right, 2 mana cost. Yep, 2 mana cost. 2 mana cost 1/1 Biteweed. Rare or epic? It's an epic combo. Gain +1/+1 for each other card you've played this turn. So it could also go. It could also go with Vilepine Slayer or something. The combo destroy minion is like assassinate within a minion. And I mean, you'd only get to 2/2, but it's better than 1/1. But you'd probably play this card mostly late game and play low costing cards in order to get a big jump. Oh yeah. And then our last Rogue card that we can move on to Shaman is a 3 mana cost spell, Envenom Weapon. It's an epic. Give your weapon poisonous. So you could put this on Rogue's regular weapon, and you get it for 2 moves, or you could use it for Obsidian Shard, and you get 3, and you can instantly kill a minion. So that's pretty good. Now let's move on to Shaman. Our first card is a 1 mana cost 2/1 Air Elemental. Can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's just a little basic card. Our next card is another common. Oh, we have 1 rare. All right, 3 mana cost 2/4. Let me get my phone real quick. All right, 3 mana cost 2/4 Hot Spring Guardian common Taunt. Battlecry. Restore 3 health. So it's really just a taunt minion for defense, and you get 3 health if you really need it. I mean, it's 3 mana cost, so you may not because it's so early in the game, and you're still trying to get board control over the other opponent. So, our next card is a 4 mana cost Tidal Surge spell. Common. Deal 4 damage to a minion. Restore 4 health to your hero. So you deal 4 damage, you get 4 health. Easy as that. And then our last but not least card, 2 mana cost 1/1 Fire Plume Harbinger. It's a rare. Battlecry. Reduce the cost of elementals in your hand by 1. So they're really trying to push out that elemental vibe for other people, because they really want, or like I really want to play elementals, and I figured other people want to play elementals, so it's good that they're finally trying to bring elemental cards into play. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this episode, and if you did enjoy this, please be sure to smash that like button down below, and if you want to see more content and stay updated on my channel, hit that subscribe button as well. Oh, what is it? Yeah. Anyway guys, I'll see you next time. Adios, my amigos.